Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Also for Judith for inviting us and for you, Alonso, to take us through the day. Normally I ask a lot of questions to the audience, but there's not so much opportunities for dialogue here, so maybe you should write some of the questions down and then you can, before you close your eyes tonight, try to see if you can get the answers, because I was the first employee in the Danish Scholastic Chess Federation 7 years ago, and we sat down, we had some discussions and said, who will actually cry if we are not here? So I'm asking you, who will cry if you're not here? Of course, your family, but you represent an organization. So who are your friends? It's probably not only the Chess Federation. In our situation, it's actually the school principals organization. It's a teachers union. It's parents. It's the schools. So, but that was 17 years ago. But I'll take you a little more back, because we're from Denmark. We were Vikings. We were rowing around the world and picked up all the beautiful girls, and that's why we have so many beautiful girls in Denmark, if you ever come to Denmark. The Scholastic Chess Federation actually started in 1960, and that was actually our founding father. His name was Børge, and of course I will not ask you to pronounce that, because it's very Danish. And he played a simul, and you are not only fighting over the board, you were also fighting with his smoke of his cigar. He was very famous for smoking cigars in front of the children. And then we jump to today. That is our new kind of teachers that work with Scholastic Chess. It's a female, you see. She's lovely. She don't know anything about chess. She hardly knows to castle. But this is at the annual Scholastic Chess Day, where we more than 50,000 children participate in that day. And nobody told that teacher that she should wear that uniform. She went to a shop and bought a shirt that is squared like a chessboard. So if you can get to that point, so you don't have to buy the clothes to the teachers, you don't have to tell the teachers that they should actually work with Scholastic Chess, but they would like to do it themselves. Then you then you are in a very good place. The problem is real, and I addressed it back in the 5 years ago at the London Chess Conference, is that I actually think we need a common language. I mean, in Denmark, we have one word for snow, but in Greenland, they have 15 or 20 words for snow. So as deeper we dig into this scholastic field, the educational chess field, the chess in school fields, I think we need a better word and a better framework for this. And this is only what I think could be a suggestion to a framework. And in Denmark, we work with Scholastic Chess. And it is run by the normal school teachers. And they have very often, very limited chess skills. But they use chess as a learning method. They do it during the school day. They are often a team of teachers actually working with this. And they actually don't care that much about chess, and especially as grandmasters. But they do it because they think that it could actually help children do better in school. That's the main goal, and also in life. And then we have the chess in the schools. And I'm not saying that one thing is better than the other. And sometimes you have combined models. But this is two different ways of seeing this. And it's typically run by teachers from outside, not teachers, chess players from outside. They have very strong chess skills. They have learned chess in a young age. They have benefit out of chess, and they think that if all children will just also learn chess, it will be better for them. Often it's after school activities, and often it's a one-man job. And it's about feeling the chess love. Now we have the Danish Scholastic Chess Federation. In Danish, it's called Dansk Skoleskak. And we, as I told you, it was established in 1960. And we have different. We don't do projects. We do programs. We do concepts. But we actually have the national competence in advisory in scholastic chess. So we are paid by the government. So municipalities and schools can contact us. So if they would like to work with scholastic chess, they can get some qualified support from us. So we also are a national advisor. We do education of teachers, like many of you do, and we have different concepts. We have, of course, a lot of different materials. We have a lot of different activities. And then we had what Lene just mentioned shortly or briefly. We have a learning platform that is actually working. It's created by teachers, and it's called Gambit, because we are a little chessy, but not too much chessy. And that's actually where we provide all our materials. And after each lesson, the students and the teacher or the teacher's assistant will go in and rate the lesson from 1 to 5 stars. Was it a good lesson? And give a comment. So it's also a co-creating tool. Yes. Jerry just mentioned a little about this, that often it's a one-man job. That is what we call a boss factor. If I was an investor and you had a startup and you have probably a very good idea, but if you're only one person in this startup, the boss factor is 1. There's only one boss that should hit you one time, and then everything will close down. So it's always about getting rid or eliminate the boss factor if you can. And what we actually work with, and that's also why we don't just do projects or things that we just give out for free, is that we create or try to create real products that makes a real difference for customers who are willing to pay real money for it. And in all countries, probably also where you come from, I'm sure you have a lot of people that will say, that's a good product you have with Scholastic Chess or Chess in Schools. It's making a difference. Also for real customers. But who will be willing to pay really money for it? And that could be a billionaire or millionaire. That could be the municipalities. That could be the government. It could be schools. And I think the key thing is that in your countries, you should try to find out what is a good business model for you. Not so you just end up being a millionaire yourself, but to deal with the sustainability and to create a team, you need money so you can hire the smartest people in this field. Otherwise, you're just a one-man army. So what we do in Denmark, in Danish Scholastic Chess Federation, is that we are on a journey. And it's very popular to say that you're always on a journey. But this is on a local level. It could also be on a district level. It could be on a national level. It could be on an international level. So a question to you is also, if you fall so much in love in Budapest that you will not go home to your countries, who will actually be the next one in line? Who will go after Boris in Germany, for example? Who will go after Jesper Hall in Sweden? And you need to have some names and some lists. Otherwise, you don't have an exit strategy. The one day you think golf is best or something else will happen. And this is actually on a school level. And in the old days, and it's still like that many places, Scholastic Chess is voluntarily. It's run by one enthusiast. And of course, it's a good game. But we don't want to have Scholastic Chess in all schools in Denmark, but we want to have more sustainability. So right now we are in 1/3 of all schools in Denmark. And we try to move them in that direction. So we have scheduled lessons, we have a team of teachers, and we have the learning effect. And then, of course, our last thing we are working on is that we are trying to develop the House of Chess, the Brain Gym. It's actually a meeting place, open place with 25,000 visitors every year. We have bought the place, 825 square meters, as you can see. It's in the very central of Copenhagen, 50 meters from the Royal Garden. And it's not only about scholastic chess, it's also about math, it's about mental health. And then we do everything also for generations. And it will open in 25, and you are more than welcome to come by Copenhagen. We love tourists, and you can come see how it is in Denmark. Thank you very much.